Tarumbeta italia katika anga.
Like this. That is how the trumpet will sound.
Iko Nini. So kuna kwa kitu moja waga sensitive masaizi za US waga ni race. Na juu ya race kulikuwa na story fulani libaki imetokea. And it was just a rumor. And the rumor was Lupita Nyong'o amepata a role to play Helen of Troy. And what happened? It was just a rumor. I don't think it was substantiated by anything. But white people got super angry. And as a result, kulikuwa na a lot of racist things. So kuna mselko ameandika, what began as unconfirmed casting rumors has since evolved into racist attacks with Lupita Nyong'o targeted online. Then kulikuwa na yo Helen of Troy is speaking, be quiet and listen. Then na chikidemi kuna thick lips. Najua one thing watu wajuage ni sisi as black people tunakuwaga na thick lips. Manini wanakuwaga na zile lips thin kabisa. So kuna kuwaga na hiyo. Alafu kuna fala najita John Egner akanika more like Harambe of Troy. Alafu akaika kachimpa hapo. Alafu kulikuwa na Lauren Chen akasema the Helen of Troy is supposed to be the epitome of ancient Greek beauty. When I go see a movie, I shouldn't have to be the one doing the acting. Damn, nacheki. Then kasema Helen of Troy 2004, Helen of Troy 2026. Alafu kasema they are actually using mtu mwingine nikaandika they actually using a photo of Lupita Nyong'o from 12 years a slave and the best photo of the other lady. So yeah, so this is what happening. And America inakuwaga very interesting because the foundation of your country ni racism. So this will always come up, and this racist vitriol. And also if you look at racism, unazangalia the fact that you have someone like Elon Musk who's really powerful and is pushing this agenda that there is some global agenda against white people. And yeah, so this is what's happening, man. If this was ever an idea, I think they need to drop it. Pia kuna time agree in Hollywood, where Hollywood tries to give a black person a role that's going to make these people lose their shits. I don't understand. And even the whole idea behind Mseka Idris Elba kuwa James Bond, I'd rather they start some James Odero somewhere. Like, don't just call him James Bond. We've always associated James Bond na some white dude. Why? Because hizo missions zote zinakuwa katikati ya walami. So how is a black dude going to kuingia katikati ya walami na asionekane? Najua he's always going to stand out. So I don't know, but yeah, Lupita, let's wait and see, man. And yeah, Lupita of course anakuwaga heavily melanated kama mtu kama mimi hivi. So yeah, sisi watu tuko heavily melanated, man. That's what we have to go through. Yeah, nikushua kuna victim mentality. Okay. Talking of also the white savior syndrome. Hakuna kitu moja nikatiaga kama the time I have to agree with the white savior syndrome. So kulikuwa na historia ati American YouTuber Mr. Beast builds 7 new classrooms and buys new desks in Bomet after finding them in poor condition. So nasikia place alikuwa ana build. This is Bomet. And who should be doing this? I think the guy who's always donating in churches. But that's the interesting thing. You'll never hear that Ruto has built schools in anywhere. It's always about churches. And you know what's interesting? Endo search kila kitu ya Mr. Beast. You'll never find even once Mr. Beast amesaidia kutengeneza kanisa. Ask yourself, who's doing the Lord's work? Is it Ruto who keeps building churches? Or is it Mr. Beast who builds schools and even feeds the children? Who's doing the Lord's work? And as you answer that, don't forget, the Lord works in mysterious ways. And how does the Lord work in mysterious ways? Wasiwezaga kujustify religion and alafu wasiwe kuattack when wao attackiga sana kwambia like if you don't have religion, I mean quotes, if you don't have God in your life, where do you get your moral compass from? That's the phrase that's normally used. Where do you get your moral compass from? And it's always interesting because I'm always like, fiction, superstition cannot make you a good person. You're either a good person or you're not. And but it's interesting that a lot of people are good people because they fear what's going to happen to them after we're dead. Otherwise, they would not fear. And inakuwaga sad sana. So religion as a weapon, of course, tunajuaga place kama Kenya, how we use it, where The more chikama the way the president ended up being president is because he'd cry in church. He'd always make sure the church knows him. Saizi unacheki hata vile nikibonga juu yake na bonga juu yake, building new churches, donating to churches, doing all this, but never doing that to schools, because schools bring people with critical thinking. Najua not everyone who goes to school just end up being the same. People end up with critical thinking, a few of them, and you don't want them because they can end up influencing other few, each one teach one, and then you have a problem like what ended up happening with the Gen Zs. Damn, although history of Gen Zs, should I comment about it? But Gen Zs poleni jo. But according to a recent study, Gen Zs are the first generation in a very long time who are being classified as less intelligent than their parents. Si mimi nimesema. Apparently because me grow up around gadgets and what, you're not able to challenge your minds. Vitu kama calculations, mathematics, you're just doing without a calculator. Apparently that has affected Gen Zs, and it's even going to affect Gen Alphas even worse. So for the first time kutakuwa na decline where millennials were better than baby boomers. Ilikuwa gani tukaa tunaenda hivi, but now for once imeenda hivi and technology is being blamed. Yes, but that nime digress. Let's go back to religion. Kulikuwa na hii story na ilikuwa ni Sheikh Ustadh Eid Ali, an imam who left a Nyeri court stand after admitting to najising minors at a mosque in Udhaya. He's accused of najising 12 children during madrasa classes. Why do you think he was able to najisi all this? Because a lot of parents believe worship places are safe places. Who does not believe any worship place is a safe place? Me. Who's taken as the bad person? Me. Yeah, so you know kitu moja ili happen, but still let's go back to the US kidogo. So US kumekuwa na story like majuzi Supreme Court ya US ilibaki imego against Trump, and Trump lost his shit. Trump was not happy with it, and in the process hii kuna channel inaitwa C-SPAN. So C-SPAN decided to take call-ins so that they could hear people like watu wana call in to give their opinions on what they feel like had happened, where the Supreme Court ikasema zile tariffs haziko legal. And one person who called was like, no, that's not a person, that's an alias ya Donald Trump. Wacha tusikize. Tell me, do you think this is Donald Trump ama this is someone different?
Well, this is John Barron, and this is the worst decision you ever have in your life, practically. Jack's going to agree with me, right? But this is a terrible decision. And you have Hakeem Jeffries, he's a dope, and you have Chuck Schumer, who can't cook a cheeseburger. Of course these people are happy. But true Americans will not be happy. And you have the woman earlier, I assume she's a woman, she's a Democrat, but she said she's disgraced. She's devastated.
All right, John. We'll go to Chester, who's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Macheki. So umsa alibaki ame bring up debate because people are saying it's Trump who actually called, and so the station of course ni C-SPAN. C-SPAN, if I'm not wrong, inakuwaga owned by the government. I don't know. Tuko US niambie, but I know C-SPAN has some government connection. So yeah, C-SPAN themselves had to release a statement. They tweeted wakatweet baadaye akasema, because so many of you are talking about Friday's C-SPAN scholar, yani caller who identified himself as John Barron, we want to put this to rest. It was not the president. The call came from a Central Virginia phone number and came while the president was in a widely covered in-person White House meeting with the governors. Tune in into C-SPAN for the actual president at the State of the Union address on Tuesday night. Later kweki happen leo. So yeah, but ni interesting vile raya ziko zinasema ni Trump jo. Trump amekaa pahali akacheki watu wanabonga ish juu ya nini yake, alafu he decided to call. Damn man, Trump, I don't know man. Trump is just one of those people where the people who think he's a clown, they think he's a clown. The people who think he's the guy think he's the guy. And yeah, but I found that to be interesting at Rayas because najua ni Trump amejipigia. And for Trump, I'd say you're the most, in quotes, powerful person. I'll put powerful in quotes in the world. Why do you still need validation? Of course, this is not just talking about yeye na hii story. But ukisikizaga Trump utasikia I'm the most intelligent, no one knows about podcasts than me, no one knows about itakuwa nini than me, no one knows about, then time alienjoy mikono zake ni ndogo, no one has bigger hands than me. Yura yoga, I don't know, maybe he was not hugged as a child. Talking of hugging people as a child and being told that you're loved by your father, did that happen to you? Make sure me watch ile episode tulifanya, ilikuwa mimi, Prezo, Daddy V, Robo na Ian, kwa tunabonga juu ya our fathers. And so did your father ever tell you that he loved you? I don't know. Iko Nini. Najua mwaka ni mpya lakini injili ni ile LemFi. So kama uko US, uko UK, uko Canada ama uko the UAE na unatry kutuma do Kenya, baki umechangamka, ingia LemFi, utabaki umepata the most competitive rates. Lakini apart from that, on your first transaction ya $100 or more, utapata $20 sign up reward. So unangoja nini? Baki umechangamka, chap ingia LemFi. LemFi, international payments for everyone. Iko Nini.